Hello students, welcome to class. I'm Miss Katie, That Vegan Teacher, and this is Jordan Peterson. He's a psychologist, so he has the word doctor in front of his name, but he's not a doctor of medicine. Let's listen to what he has to say.
There's no recommended daily allowance for carbohydrates. Zero.
Oh, that's not true. And here we have Brian Turner Official. He's an ethical vegan who believes in science and research.
Oh, is that right? No, it's not. You doorknob. A simple Google search would show you that the RDA for carbohydrates is 130 grams.
Okay, RDA. Recommended dietary allowance, 130 grams of carbs per day. Thank you very much, Brian Turner, for presenting this important information to the class today. And if you look, it actually says here that you need 45 to 65% of your total calories should come from carbs. Good carbs and bad carbs, not all carbs are created equal. The carbs in whole plant foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are like premium fuel for the body. They provide energy, fiber, and essential nutrients. It's the processed carbs, like sugary snacks or white bread, that can cause problems. For example, the carbs in a sweet potato are worlds apart from those in a candy bar. One nourishes you, the other spikes your blood sugar and leaves you craving more. Good carbs and bad carbs, not all carbs are created equal.
The American Dietary Guidelines recommend 45 to 65% of your calories come from carbs.
There's no recommended daily allowance. You don't need them. They're not.
Oh, that's not true. Why are you lying? Sometimes people lie because they have a bit of a meat addiction or they're addicted to cheese and they just don't want to stop. They care only about themselves and their taste pleasure, and so they pay people to hurt animals. Thankfully, this guy is being told the truth by Brian Turner. Let's listen to a little bit more.
Vital. So can you run on protein metabolism? Yes.
So it's true that protein is essential for bodily repair and maintenance, but excess protein, especially from animal sources, that can strain the kidneys and is unnecessary in a balanced vegan diet. Humans actually thrive on carbohydrates as the brain's preferred energy source, with glucose from plant-based foods fueling optimal cognitive function. By the way, some people don't like to wear shirts, but maybe you know somebody who has a birthday coming up who does. Here's something you could get. They come in all different shapes and sizes, and they're on my YouTube shop. You can just order one over there. It also has a logo at the back, so you can see it in all directions. Which color would you like?
Simple Google search would show you that the RDA for carbohydrates is 130 grams a day. The American Dietary Guidelines recommend 45 to 65% of your calories come from carbs.
I wonder why he has no shirt on. Maybe it's because he's trying to show people that you can be extremely healthy as a vegan. Many of these vegan bodybuilders eat actually only one huge meal a day. They make these videos where they show how much protein they've had, how much carbs, how much fat. You should really check them out. Follow them. There's a lot you can learn. Let me know in the comments what you think about what he's eating.
Your brain literally runs on glucose. Just goes to
All right, so the little diagram that he has here is a little brain running on a treadmill on glucose. Another word for glucose is, well, glucose is in carbohydrates. It's a type of sugar, but it's a type of sugar that everybody needs.
show, even when it's a doctor, the minute you give a guy a microphone, he'll start spewing whatever he wants, as if it's the truth. Don't listen to confident carnivores. Listen to the facts. Go vegan.
Oh, go vegan. Yes, let's hear that again.
Listen to the facts. Go vegan.
All right. Yes, Brian. Thanks, Brian, for that message. Guys, I don't know if you're following Brian yet or not, but let's have a look at what's going on the rest of his channel, shall we? Let's take a little peek. Okay, so this is Brian Turner's channel. As you can see, he has 377,000 subscribers and 1,500 videos. But none of that should impress you. What should impress you is the fact that he is a truth seeker and he believes in science and logic. Let's read a description. Who is he? My name is Brian Turner, and I'm here to teach you how to get buff, eat good food, and have fun. I live in San Diego, California, was born September 23rd. Oh, just one day before me. 1992. I've been bodybuilding for 16 years, and 9 of that has been as a vegan. Very interesting. Let's have a look at this video here. Looks like there's some food. Okay, so here he is showing himself filming behind the scenes in his kitchen. You can see he has one of those camera holders around his neck so he can film directly below him. That's a pretty handy tool to have if you ever want to film your food that you are eating and while you're preparing it. It says on the screen multiple times here, you don't need meat for muscles. And that is so true. Plants have protein. You don't need to eat meat or eggs or cheese to build muscle. Carbohydrates are in thousands of healthy vegan foods like fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, lentils, and more. Be smart and curious. Be a critical thinker. Learn the truth. Let's see what else Brian is talking about on his channel.
Let's say you want to get 120 grams, which is really what you should be getting. You need to eat 31,000 calories and 24 cups of brown rice.
Okay, now.
Okay. No vegans are just eating one type of food. Okay, let's see what Brian has to say.
Being a carnivore just doesn't make sense because to be eating enough butter to get 130 grams of protein, you would have to eat 70 cups of butter, which is 115,000 calories.
Now, that just doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty funny.
Oh, it doesn't, because it's stupid to be eating a carb like rice in order to get your protein.
If you eat beans, it's better, and so forth. But you basically have to either have processed protein powders that are vegan and also add extra amino acids, which are synthesized from yeast, like leucine.
Oh, crapola. Look, I even pulled it up for you. If you eat enough chicken breast to get 17 grams of protein, you get 1.3 grams of leucine. But crazily enough, if you eat enough lentils to get 17 grams of protein, would you look at that, you also get...
Oh, we love lentils. Good job mentioning them.
1.3 grams of leucine.
All right, getting all the leucine we need. Hey, what's this? Oh, a cow. Oh, carnivore life, it says on his shirt.
Carnivores love cows so much, they can't help but spew bull.
Oh,
Yes, you can get enough.
okay. All right, you can't help but spew the bullshit. All right, let's try one more.
You're a doctor?
I am.
When was the last time you ate a vegetable?
Probably about 5.5 years ago.
Look at the interviewer's face. He's thinking, geez, this guy is a quack.
Humans are apex predators, top of the food chain. What other apex predator eats salad?
Dude, you don't do a single thing an apex predator does. Prancing around the grocery store, hunting your steak in aisle 7.
There are things in meat that you have to have that you cannot get from plants.
Like...
Oh, exactly. I was really hoping he was going to say that. Like what? Save animals, eat plants. Every nutrient you need can be found in plants. They have protein, carbs, fats, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. The only thing you need is a tiny B12 pill a few times a week, which costs pennies. Save animals, eat plants.
But there's nothing in plants or fungus that you have to have that you cannot get from meat.
Fiber? Don't worry, I'll say it again.
And you need fiber for a healthy gut microbiome?
Just in case it didn't get through your meat-clogged ears, fiber. You know, that thing that feeds the good bacteria in your gut and makes sure that you don't go into dysbiosis. The most insane part of all of this is that he's a doctor. You might get advice from your doctor who hasn't eaten a vegetable, like a toddler, in over 5 years.
Good point.
That is insane.
Yeah.
At this point, just go vegan.
Yes. I like the end of his videos. He said that several times. At the end, he just says,
At this point, just go vegan.
yes. Good job. So I've gone to his comment section and I wrote, vegan report card 100%. You're not a meat-eating narcissist. You're making the world a better place. You qualify to be a vegan moderator on my channel to educate young pre-vegans. Good work, Brian Turner. Meat doesn't make you manly. Compassion does. Excellent. All right, everybody, I hope you have fun going over to his comment section. Let him know that I said hello. Bye for now. Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube right now. Let's help her save every chicken, pig, and cow. Let's follow that vegan teacher on YouTube.